but also getting into the festive spirit in case you're going to be hosting anyone for St. Patrick's Day. This may be a good dish for you to cook up. Legit layered dip. How's it looking in there, Vanessa?
It's looking legit. It's looking legit, okay? Okay, so right before the segment, I came to Lucy and I was like, legit layered dip? She laughed and she was like, yes.
This is just not any traditional layer dip. We are going to pay close attention to every layer in our dip and make sure that it is flavored perfectly and just have a few little twists on it. We grew up, of course, eating layer dip. I remember one time my mom always made it in a specific, like, the white round like Corningware,
yes,
you know, with the
yeah.
ridges on the side. It was shallow and it was like the perfect size. And one time she made one and I was getting it out of the fridge and I dropped it and it broke the whole thing.
No.
So I was a little too eager to eat it, I think. So what we are gonna start on is our first, you know, our few layers. So I have a pound of ground beef in here. I've just been cooking, just depending on
Smells good.
if you need to drain it or not. I'm gonna let it cook a few more minutes and then I'm gonna drain it. And then we'll flavor it up with just a little bit of salt, some garlic powder, cumin, and chili powder. So we'll get that going. And then I was starting on our pico. And then another layer is going to be our sour cream. And I'm going to go ahead and zest our lime into our sour cream. Because like I said, in this dish, we want to make sure that every layer has flavor. So we could just do regular sour cream, but the lime zest really brightens it up, and it's pretty with the green flecks going all through. So I'm gonna do the zest, and then I'm gonna do just a little bit of salt in there too, just to flavor it up. And then we're gonna use the juice of this lime in our pico right here.
So do you often do a dip for your family?
We love dips. My sister Betsy in particular, she likes to have dip parties where everybody brings a dip. So yes, we do like dips at our house for sure.
That is actually a really fun idea.
Yeah, it is fun. And like Jen was talking about, it's hard to believe St. Patrick's Day is already here, and we do have something fun going on. So at our downtown store on St. Louis, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going to be hiding leprechauns in the store, little leprechauns. And so it's like, find the maybe a leprechaun. And we'll have prizes attached to each one. So Friday night, it'll be from 5:30 to 6:30. And we also have a band coming to play that night, so they'll be hidden all in the store. And then also on Saturday and Sunday, it'll be from 2 to 3 on those days. So we'll post it on social, but yeah, you can come find the leprechauns at the store, and we'll have happy hour specials all day. So prices on beer and wine down there. So if you're looking for St. Patrick's Day weekend plans, come see us.
Greer's. All right. Well, sounds like you got a busy weekend.
Yes.
But it'll be fun.
So much
Wear
fun.
your green, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, we're going to keep up with this legit layer dip and check back in. But for now, we're going to toss things over to Jen.
Welcome back in. We're once again in the kitchen with Lucy Greer, and she is cooking up a legit layered dip. And so what are you doing right now?
Okay, so we have in this pot a pound of ground beef. So I just cooked that and I drained it. So now we are going to add in our spices. I did a teaspoon of salt, garlic powder, cumin, and chili powder. Of course, you could buy a taco seasoning packet if you wanted to, but always just have these spices in the pantry. So just grab those. So I'm just gonna let those, just cook it another minute or so, let those spices get in there. We don't have to add any liquid. You know, if you're making tacos, sometimes, you know, you might add some water, but we don't want it to be runny.
Yes.
So we'll just, like I said, drain it real good. We'll get those going. And then the other couple layers we've worked on so far, we made our pico de gallo. We just did 3 Roma tomatoes. I just seeded those and chopped them up. And I did a couple tablespoons of white onion. And I did 2 jalapenos and about a tablespoon of fresh cilantro and the juice of a lime. Added a little salt in there, so that's going. And then before we juiced that lime, we took 1 cup of sour cream and just added the zest of that lime in there. Added a little salt to that. So those are 3 layers. And then in this bowl, we are just, instead of using a can of refried beans, I just grabbed a can of pinto beans, and I'm just taking a fork to mash these up. And I'm going to flavor these up with a tablespoon of hot sauce and just add a little salt in this one too.
Nice. So lots of different layers going into that, but also you have the nice, fresh, vibrant colors as well. It smells really good, especially some of that cilantro and that lime zest.
Yes.
And I'm focusing on the green there.
Yeah.
We have St. Patrick's Day coming up, heading into this weekend. We mentioned it just briefly a little bit ago, but what all do you have going on at your St. Louis store?
Yes, our St. Louis store, we're starting our festivities on Friday. So we are hiding 5 little leprechauns in our store with prizes attached, and we're going to rehide them, each day. So Friday, 5:30 to 6:30, we'll have 5 leprechauns hidden in the store, like I said, with prizes, and then we have a band Friday night. And you had a great question, is it kid-friendly? The great thing about our downtown store is it is kid-friendly. People love to come in there. Not only do we have our hot bar where you can get macaroni and cheese and like chicken fingers and stuff like that for kids. Of course, you can get anything in the store. We have Cammy's Old Dutch in there. Kids love to come there. And it's super casual, which is nice. You can not have to worry about, making sure your kid is sitting down the whole time. So we have the band Friday night, like I said, and then we have 2 more opportunities during the weekend to find leprechauns. We're going to hide them again on Saturday and again on Sunday. And I know the weather is going to be kind of yucky, so we do have a huge indoor space. So if you are looking for somewhere to have fun, if the weather's not cooperating, and if it is cooperating, we have a beautiful upstairs rooftop too. But either way, if it's pretty or not so pretty outside, we're going to have a lot of fun down there.
That's exactly right, and I know that you will. If you haven't been to the St. Louis location, it's in the heart of downtown. Absolutely beautiful, and they're going to have so much fun. So you're adding the hot sauce to those pinto beans right now?
Adding the hot sauce in the last 2 layers. We're going to flavor up our cream cheese, and then we have our black olives, of course, if you like them, and just some shredded cheese, and we will get this thing layered up.
Awesome. So we're going to talk more about that, layering this dip. Plus, also, we're going to talk about the Dauphin Island, or the DIP location, coming up in just a little bit.
This dip just makes me want to be like, too legit to quit.
That is it. I said, yes, Vanessa's got the right vibe going on for this dip, for sure.
I tried. Listen, it's looking and it's smelling really good. So before, you're adding the seasoning. So right now, what are you mixing?
Okay, so this is 8 ounces of softened cream cheese, and we added the same flavors into this as we did into our ground beef. We just did different quantities, but it's salt and garlic powder, cumin, and chili powder. And so we're going to do this one down first. So we're going to put and you can use whatever dish you want, of course. It's very easy to double this recipe and make it for a crowd. I mean, this is going to feed a lot anyway, but so we're going to spread down the cream cheese. Flavored cream cheese, because again, we just talked about, if we're going to have all these layers, well, then we might as well have flavor in all our layers. So then we're going to put down our ground beef, which again, we have the garlic powder, chili powder, a little bit of salt, and our cumin.
Looking good.
Let's hope our dish is big enough. And then of course you could do the layers any way you want, but next I am going to do, I think we'll do the beans next.
The refried
beans. So we just took 1 can of, I just used pinto beans and drained them and mashed them with my fork. And I added some hot sauce into this and also just a little bit of salt.
The seasoning in every layer.
Yes, every layer. So we're gonna get this mixed, pushed out, and then the sour cream layer. We started with that one because we wanted to go ahead and use the zest of our lime into that sour cream, so then we could use the juice of our lime in our pico de gallo. So here's our sour cream, just a little bit of lime zest in there, and then our pico we made with 3 Roma tomatoes, seeded those, did a little bit of onion, jalapeno, the lime juice like I mentioned, and cilantro, optional of course. Do you like cilantro?
No.
Oh my gosh, you're one of them. You're one of them.
Don't look at me like that,
I know,
Jen.
yeah.
I am no cilantro, no tomatoes, no onions. I know, I know.
But what does your
I'm
family
sorry.
think about that?
You know, they've had to live with it
Yeah,
for the past
they've had to live
few
with
years.
it.
Yeah.
So we've been letting this hang out on the counter so you don't, of course it's collected juices from the fresh veggies and also the lime juice, so don't pour all that on there. It's best to use a slotted spoon, but of course I don't have one on me. So I'm gonna do this and then I'm just gonna top it with cheese, and if you like black olives you could pop some of those on top.
Ooh, it's looking legit, Lucy. It's looking legit for sure. This, obviously, like you making this, I'm like, I'm taking this to the next party. Maybe I'll do half pico, okay?
Okay.
Just so I can dip on this
You can
side.
use salsa, of course. You could just use salsa.
That's what we stick to
Yes,
with
you
me.
could do salsa for sure. Not a problem.
All right, so before we wrap this up, tell us about some of the stuff that y'all have going on at your DIP location.
Yeah, so we have started our beachside to go down at our store on Fowl River Road, down headed to DIP, and we have always had curbside pickup for groceries, but now we are making deliveries to the condos or houses, anywhere down in that area. Spring break is coming.
Yes.
So we had our first few orders, and so it's exciting. So you can just look on our website, greers.com/shop. You can find all that information and download our free app and make your order, especially if you're having spring break plans coming up.
It makes things so much easier. I know last time you were here, you were talking about y'all were going to launch that, so I'm glad to hear that it's doing really good.
Yes, very good, very convenient, and you know, just not to have to go into the grocery store. We'll even get it delivered and put away for you.
Okay, so now that you're finished with this, does this have to go to, you put it to bake for a certain time, or you just eat it like this?
You can just
How is
eat it like
Okay.
this. Yes, it is ready to eat, and you know, or you can pop it in the fridge and it is ready to go.
Oh, thank you, Lucy. Okay,
good.
yeah, I'll say it again. It looks legit for sure.
Okay, good. Y'all try it.
Thank you for joining us, Lucy.